Very good afternoon. Welcome back to the show. 12:24 is the time. This is Talk, the home of common sense. Just to bring you that breaking news. Former Home Secretary Suella Braverman has joined Reform UK. She has announced her defection at an event they've been holding in London for veterans. But she says, I feel like I've come home. Bearing in mind, of course, she lost her job twice as Home Secretary. Came back, she was under Liz Truss, then came back under Rishi Sunak. And she did actually resign in November 2023. This over basically an article she wrote in the Times, which had not been basically agreed by Number 10, accusing the police of bias in protest. She'll go down very well with the Reform crowd, won't she? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. 0344 499 1000. First up, though, let's talk more about what on earth's going on in the Labour Party. Is it civil war? Well, let's talk to Graham Stringer. He's Labour MP for Blackley and Middleton South and joins us now. Good afternoon to you, Graham.
Good afternoon.
Lovely to talk to you. I must ask you first, because we were told there was going to be a Labour defector to Reform. Is it going to be you?
It's absolutely not. But in a sense, I don't see the point of the question, because anybody who's going to defect will have a big launch with fanfare and won't answer to a journalist.
Oh, so you could be lying.
Absolutely not. I could be, but I'm not. I've been in the Labour Party all my adult life, and I have no intention of leaving.
Just good to know, good to know. What did you make of the shenanigans over the weekend with Andy Burnham saying he would like to stand as the candidate in the Gorton by-election, but of course, under the Labour Party rules, he couldn't stay as mayor, but he also had to ask permission from the Labour Party. Meeting of the NEC, of course, Keir Starmer, very busy with other things, but had time to be at this meeting, took about an hour. It was among those who voted against him being allowed to give up his Manchester mayoralty to stand in that by-election. It's clearly quite a lot of bad feeling seeing from what Andy Burnham has complained about since wasn't even told before the press were told and the like. The Prime Minister has justified this on the basis that the massive cost of a mayoral by-election as well, and Labour focusing their resources on fighting Scotland, Wales, and the local elections rather than mayoralty as well. But was it the right decision for the party, for the country? Oh, can you hear? Oh, we've lost you. I did notice we had a delay on that line when we first started speaking, but it appears the delay is now such that we can't actually hear Graham Stringer at all. Hopefully we will get him back. I think they're trying to get him back on the
Unless he is now in fact defecting, having really pulled the wool over your eyes.
Yes, he has just defected. That's not just defected. Behave. Right, well, let's go back. While we waited to get him on the line, we talk about, Keir Starmer defending this. Basically, it's like it's the right thing for the Labour Party. You could argue there's the Labour Party, there's the government, there's Keir Starmer, and there's the country. Those four things are all different, aren't they?
They're all different. I think it's good short term for Keir Starmer. I don't think it's good for Labour.
Because he's dealt with just the immediate threat.
Yeah, for the short term, it's fine. For the government, the government is beholden to the Labour Party, and the Labour Party is not going to change regardless of who the leader is. That they can select a leader who is more inclined to agree with them on certain views, but then that's bad for the country. I think all that this does is it just keeps everything in a holding pattern for Keir Starmer. Everybody knows he's pretty much toast. That's all. There simply isn't somebody yet with enough support or bold enough or the avenue to challenge him. We're simply waiting for that person to find a chink in the armour to make their way through. Clearly that's not Andy Burnham this time. We wait to see if it's going to be somebody from inside the cabinet or somebody on the backbenches.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just bad news. We did, luckily, we spoke to a Labour MP a little bit earlier on the show, but Graham, the line is just, apparently it's just too bad quality. I know they're still trying to work on it. Strong possibility we won't be able to speak to Graham Stringer because the quality of the line has just gone down so much. I'm absolutely gutted about that because I so appreciate him taking the time to talk to us. But if we can get him back, we will do our best. But this news, the former Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, has joined Reform UK, saying, I feel like I've come home. It's very interesting. She's a great performer. I think she's a great communicator. She's always been pretty out there in the Tory party, considered to be sort of, I think, awkward. But again, doing stuff that, let's face it, I think the vast majority of Tory voters would agree with virtually every word Suella Braverman says. Yeah. She's a very good, she's a very good communicator. She's, she looks good, she sounds good. And then she's one of those people that's sort of regarded by the mainstream media is some swivel-eyed lunatic because she thinks that criminals should go to prison and that we shouldn't have illegal migrants in the country. These are not controversial views to most people.
I mean, there are lots of criticisms one could make of Suella Braverman. What I would say in her defence is that she forced many members of the Conservative Party, I think, to confront the fact that her views are not fringe views, that they are mainstream. And it challenged the party to make a decision on what direction it was going to go. Was it going to be democratic and listen to people, or was it going to stick its head in the sand? I think it's quite clear what direction it is now going. That might not be entirely down to the party. It's also, of course, the fact that reform coming up on the outside suddenly shot up in popularity out of nowhere, especially when Farage came back into the fold. So it's not entirely to do with the party. Maybe it would have changed if there hadn't been reform, but I think the die is fairly clearly cast now. Ultimately, that is where the ascendancy, the momentum is, and she just fits so much better there than she does in Kemi Badenoch's version of the Conservative Party.
And again, you know, the Tory party decided which way they were going to go with Rishi Sunak. How's that working for you? Is all I can say. Is it 113 MPs they've got now? I mean, there you are. Well, it's going to be fascinating. We're going to talk to Reform's Alex Wilson in a couple of moments to find out his reaction to this news. I'm pretty sure I can predict what it is. I'm really sorry we can't get Graham Stringer back up. We always like to hear all different views on the show, but he's not the Labour defector. He was very, very clear about that.